Ladies and gentlemen, this is now our high-rise warehouse. The height is about 90 meters. And you have realized the temperature is about 12 degrees centigrade and the humidity is about 62%. The aisle you see here, you have to multiply by 6. We have aisles like this, follow this one, this direction. On those aisles or those machines, there is no person anymore. Completely automated. When we go through the process, when we get the filled crates over here, then we build pallets. We save the pallets with 2 bands, and each pallet got 2 barcode labels, and now we store them into the warehouse. And now we have no access to those pallets until the final fermentation process is finished. Just a moment, just a moment. Wait, yeah. Then after 3 to 4 weeks, when we get the approval from the quality assurance department, because they have samples and they can follow through the process on quality as far as quality is concerned, when we get this approval from quality assurance, then we are able to take the pallets out of the warehouse and we bring them to a separate area where we place them down in lorries or in containers to the customer. No person. Now, we also have unlabeled bottles in this area. And if somebody, when you have seen them today, we have produced beer without labels. You have seen it? They came directly down, they didn't pass the labeling area. These beers are for the export. For the export, yeah. Because we do not know during the filling in which country they are going. So a certain percentage will be not labeled, will go to this area, will go through the same process, and when it's finished, then we bring them into the export area. In the export area, we take the bottles out of the crates. We individually label them, depends in which country they're going. And then they are not going back into the crates, then they are packed off in the cardboard trays which we have seen in the film, or you see some pellets of those also here. We export our beers in over 78 different countries, and wherever you drink our beer, it's always coming from Erdinger. There is no second brewing company doing our beers, and we have not given any license away. So anywhere you are in the world, you get our beers, you drink our beers, it's always coming from this place. Okay? We have, the cans are done outside. The still cans. The barrels we do, the kegs we do here. We store the same way. You have to do it the same way always. Because you have to ferment, final fermentation. Okay. Going through our program which we have on the market. At the moment we have 8 out of the 9 wheat beers on the market. And you can follow here through. This is our premium. With this beer we grow up. And we celebrate this year the 125th anniversary. And we are very proud that we are still privately owned. And all the investment you saw with the fuel cell, you only can get this when you have a very, very knowledgeable boss
who knows what is going on brewery and what is going on the economy. So this is really our success. Premium. And you can see now the alcohol on the Stammwürze, which means concentrate. The higher the concentrate, percentage-wise, the higher the alcohol. Here we have our dark one, a very tasty one. You see 5.6 alcohol, slightly higher in the concentrate. Then we have here an interesting concept. It's alcohol-free. 0.4 to 0.5% alcohol. This is a very good running concept, and it's very people who are doing sport activities. They like it very much because we call it isotonic. It's isotonic. This means that the concentration, the salt concentration in your blood and the minerals in here are very close. So with this beer you can start already in the morning without any problems. After doing your sport activities, yes. And it's also reduced in calories. This got about, just a moment, this got about 25 calories per 100 ml. When you compare this with this one, it's about 55 calories per 100 ml.
How do you take out the alcohol?
It's a very, I give you some information, I will not give you all. You have two possibilities. You can reduce the fermentation. You stop the fermentation. But you cannot completely stop the fermentation, otherwise you will lose taste. And the second part you can is to take the alcohol out by vacuum. This the second part. We do a little bit of both. More I will not tell you. It's really, as I mentioned before, this is really a very high quality alcohol-free product in Europe. And the guests coming all over the world and always to us, they always say that this is when you drink it cold, not warm, cold. Then this is the best alcohol-free wheat beer in Europe, definitely in Germany. Okay, then we have a light one with less alcohol, it's about 2.9. Then we have a crystal clear one. We have there is no yeast left in this. So this is, when this is produced, then it can be, there's not to go into the final fermentation in the warehouse. You can fill it and you can sell it off. This is a very interesting concept with outside about between 40 and 50 degrees centigrade. Then this is really refreshing. Then we have here our Picantus. It's our all year strong beer. Women likes it very much because it's more malty and a little bit sweeter, but we got 7.3% alcohol. Quite a strong beer. It's a bock beer. Then we have our Schneeweise. It's our winter beer. This is only available from mid of October to mid of February. Then it goes out of the line. Then it comes back in October. This is an interesting addition to the food you take in the winter time with goose and ducks and pork legs and so on, chicken. And this is an addition. This is good for, in addition to those food.
So it's a taste, or is it because of the harvest?
It's always a matter of taste.
So you tweak the recipes, or is it because of the harvesting season?
This is what we use on this is we start with the first harvest of the summer malt we use for this. But it's on the other side, it's our different process and so on.
So it's not about the season of the harvest, but it's more of your recipe.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You know, it's always it's not as simple. Beer, to produce wheat beer is not as simple as it sounds.
Yeah.
You just take water and take a little bit barley and wheat and so on, and yeast. This is not as easy. We have beers where you have 5 different hops, for example. And that's not as easy. For example, a dark beer needs a different water than a light beer.
Water?
Water. So you have to mix the water too. Now we have the latest introduction. This is about 2 years ago we introduced our Urweise. Some of you tried it already. This is a very a beer with a very extreme top fermenting yeast smell and taste in comparison, for example, with the premium. And the success is there. And for us it's very important because we increased, with this beer, we increased the variety of the different tastes. So we covered more different tastes. It's for a customer with different taste. Then we have a gem. This is only a 0.33 liter bottle with less alcohol, but it got less carbon dioxide than this beer you should drink out of the bottle. This is our party beer for young people, mainly. I'm not young, but I drink it too.
That means you're still young.
It's very simple on parties. You just give the bottles out, and you don't have to clean glasses later on, and you just collect the bottles. It's a very interesting concept. Now we are at the end of our tour. I hope you enjoyed it a little bit.
Yes.
And now we go. You can go. I don't know what your plans are.
We will go on for lunch and all that.
Okay.
More beer fest.
Okay. Have a nice day here in Erdinger and have a safe tour back to your homes. And if you're interested, you just come back and you book another tour. It's not very easy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.